up? I'm not. I don't make a habit of this, but I'm going to Morning Star. If you catch this, of course, it will find you if it's supposed to be caught, right? But like, don't be creeped out. Or I'm just like, I'm like, at some point, I started like, had to correct the algorithm. I'm not gonna get rid of previous people, like especially like Ginger. Like no way, she's white or looks white. I'm not gonna get rid of some people. Or Morpheus, he's a black man. He's that knows he's alien, and that's kind of what's about. It's like something like the only thing I ever knew is that like when I was young, I was born in the wrong century. Well, that's how I felt like I was born in the wrong century, and I knew this wasn't home. I mean, I'm talking like I knew this wasn't home. It's like that was the one thing granted to me so I could survive it. Like I wasn't gonna make it. This place was so goddamn. Insane to me. Like I wasn't going to make it if I wasn't like, didn't at least know like, no, this ain't home. Don't worry. You'll be okay. And so I don't know if that's why this hooked up. I just like, the only reason why, like, so not only did I not know I didn't think you're married because I thought you were 16 to 18 tops. I mean, I really thought you were 16 years old. So that's why I wasn't going to follow you, but you would not stop showing up, you would not stop showing up my TikTok. And then, so I was like, okay, let me follow her. And like, it was like hours later after I followed you, you changed your name. Like, okay, I don't know what that's about, but like, and I say that because it's like, I noticed, I just texted my sister. It's like kind of like the bumblebee thing. Watch out for how spirit or your ancestors speak to you. You can't do this on YouTube, but on TikTok, you can kind of spirit or your ancestors can kind of do the bumblebee thing. You know how he does it, speaks to the radio station, just switches, like spirit on TikTok or your ancestors can use that since it's automatic play. You don't go to YouTube and automatically plays. They can use that feature can be used to like, because I've had too many answers in my mind, like especially at work. I mean that's what happens. Like I noticed that people were waiting on me, like on TikTok. It's like seems like I have spiritual family or something on TikTok, which I'd never really found on YouTube besides my soul. Like and I say that because like I had to do blood magic to find twin soul, and it's like so. And she's something serious, and she's life under attack, and so I mean she's been mimicked, and like you can hardly I couldn't communicate with her for the longest because of Skype blockage. Just like, we have like Neo and Trinity type interference, and I was like, I try not to highlight that to her too much, but it's like, man, it's some pretty significant effort to make sure we don't, communicate. So in the meantime, it's like, I'm kind of doing the Carl thing. I like the way you talk, so I like the way you talk. All my mom's family's from Arkansas, all a bunch of redheads. And it's like, there's where I get my, native blood. My great grandmother was full native. I don't know what's on my dad's side. Probably none. Probably just pure reptilian, and that's the truth. Like my uncle was a Mason, 33-degree Mason. The other brother was Pentecostals living hell. There was like it was like a Christian. There was obviously an opposition. It's like, I think that's why my dad had to have my mother. You would think it was love, but no, I think that was like the reptilian bloodline. The Anunnaki had to have, invade my grandmother's conscience. It took 5 years for her conscience to volunteer to get in this damn family. So there's something going on there. So I don't know if you should be listening. Listen to me. I think maybe I saw this one. Maybe I saw you like, you looked at my profile or something, like maybe it's like, don't be freaked out. I'm like, I like the way you talk, and I don't know. It's like and I'm saying this because like my great grandmother specifically used your videos to get specific messages. Not that you're saying that, but it's like, the bumblebee thing in the Transformers. Like, he goes on the radio stations and pieces together portions of songs to say something. Well, that is one way spirit can kind of operate on TikTok. It has a plethora, of videos, and like it can, but, so I don't know what that's about. I just thought it was odd you changed your name like hours later after I started following you. So I don't know if my great grandmother wants us, you listen to my ass, because I'm going to throw in some alien shit. Like, that's what I'm trying to like, there's some, there's some skewed stuff in Native American, tradition. It's always too, like, there's no possibility it's the globe. No possibility. I mean, I beat that living horse. When you realize, just trust your senses, but I'm talking about, I spent way too much wasting my time. And so when you go watch those private balloon footage, it's like you really get it. It's like the sun's right there. You watch 2 hours of just like the balloon sitting there and there's the sun. It's like, there's nothing spinning. That's the final straw. And so there's things we need to incorporate that like just aren't true. And it's real. And that's what I'm trying to say. The colonization, the colonizer conscious comes from all the realm colonizers. It's like, it's the Anunnaki. That's the conscious that came in through the British mail and over here. That's why y'all separate between the Irish and the British, typically. It ain't about, whatever. It's just like, you ain't, I mean, like, I don't expect someone to watch my shit. Like, all of it's most of it's documentation. It's kind of like it's the internet was going to be called the Ethernet, you know, so I literally putting it in the ether and, you know, and for Akashic Records, whatever, like say, hey, yeah, you got my vote. I went organic, you know, so, if I had a contract, it'd also be my great grandmother. The aliens seem to have contracts, alien consciousness, you know, there's, you know, and that's one thing that's why I'm confused by what the, in indigenous culture, like where are the reptilians and Anunnaki and stuff? I mean, you know, I'm just saying, I don't know. It's like, and I'm too much ADHD. I can't fill out a form on the phone. I'm not going to go. Our ancestors are in our blood. That's something like that. Our ancestors in our blood speaking to us, you know, trying to remind us who we truly are. Is what I got, the message I got. And it was, you know, you know, I just had to like realize, no, when I thought it was like Oppenheimer Neuralink access or like mind invasion, because I've had, you know, like people, you know, I mean, there was a karmic female that read my mind, no ifs, ands, or buts, and, you know, that she told me she's my other half, and that's why I even like, you know, messed with her. But it's like, no, when you find your true twin soul, there's no, so it makes sense. Like, you know, we're male and female energies, and when you find your twin soul, like there's no choice. That's the way, you know. I know that's the way an alien operator I would like. If your male's energies in one body, and your female's energies in another body, like there's no choice. So you don't have to pick and choose and all that. So she's you know, she has whatever, and while she's trying not to be killed over there, basically. I mean, in part, it's like, you know, yeah, it's nice to hear like a southern, you know, like a southern voice, you know. Like, so like right now, I'm just like, I like the way you talk, and you know, yeah, of course, you know, what I hate that was good. That was kind of fake, but so I don't, so don't listen at your own risk. I'm going to throw shit, you know, and then the 7-5 messenger ain't going to like and shit like, you know, that's, you know, I'm not going to title myself. Y'all get, you know, just like we got to understand, like a lot of all cultures have, these are fear-based response, you know, to nature. Like after the cataclysm, after the sun started moving, cultures, you know, couldn't, you know, they couldn't get nature wasn't dependable anymore. So there's a lot of practices that are just based on that don't necessarily have to be carried down. Like, you know, you can, but so I'm not necessarily, you know, what I'm interested in is the way the Lakota raise children. That is the highest consciousness I've ever encountered, you know, in all reality. The way Lakota raise children, I would hope I'm from Lakota, but probably not. Whatever. I'm assuming my grandmother's from Arkansas, and I don't know. I don't know why the fuck, like, you were really just popping up like hell when I wasn't following you. And it's like, you know, so I don't know. I don't know if we should be listening to each other, but don't be, you know, if, you know, like if you weren't married and I just didn't find my twin and, you know, and I wasn't 1,000 years older than you, I might say, hey, I like the way you talk, you know? And so, but I already did that. So I'm trying to give TikTok no excuse to keep any Christianity bent shit, anything mentioning God and all these people that won't shut up about the genocidal arm of the United States government, you know, Christianity. I'm trying to give TikTok no excuse by doing just like all my new people. I'm trying to keep it all native. I'll break down here and there. So, and yours are real short, and I'm just going to give everything a heart for a while to, you know, don't, you know, that's all. It's just, I'm got to keep it native. And, cause I can't deal with that shit. You know, I've had Christianity shoved down my throat my whole life. My dad still, like, he still won't let it go. You know how I operate. So, but, so I don't know. Anybody's like, you can listen to me on risk. You know, I'm the nerdiest, most harmless, you know, I mean, I'm the silliest idiot in the world, but like, you know, I see you strike a woman or child, I'll slice you in half and won't blink. And, you know, and I'll go back to like being silly as fuck with you know, the children, the pups, you know, but like, you know, I've walked down a rifle, you know, I've stood up to 2 guns, you know, I've walked down a rifle. So I'm just saying, like, you know, you know, it was because it's like I'm talking to the gun. I don't know. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying that, you know, I'm the nerdiest idiot in the world, but like, you ain't taking me out before my time. So there's that. So yeah, I'm going to give everything I see from you hearts for a while to correct the algorithm. Don't be creeped out about that or feel like you need to come watch my videos.